Hello and welcome to I Am Geek, and this is episode 115. As you might be able to tell, I'm a little under the weather. I can barely talk. This is Ryan, by the way.
Aren't we all technically under the weather?
We are.
I mean, there's fog, which I guess you can technically call weather, and it's ground level, but really we're usually under the weather.
And that's like when people say there's language in that movie.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought we were over the silent films. I mean, it's not the 1920s. Come on, people.
I'm not feeling well. We've been sick all weekend. So, I'm sick, and I'm Ryan, and I'm here with my brother Chris and our good pal Katrin. And they're going to do most of the talking tonight, because I can't. But we wanted to get this episode out to you because D23 has happened, and there's so much news that we want to talk to you about it. So I'm going to sit back, relax, listen with you. I'll chime in every once in a while. But I've handed it over to the capable hands of Katrin and Chris. Here you go, guys. This is your chance. Your one shot.
It's our chance.
Don't mess it up.
Oh, I get one shot. Don't miss the chance. I'm spaghetti. Okay. All right. So, yes, D23 Expo.
So much news.
So much news. It really was. So, if you're not familiar with D23 Expo, D23 is the fan club for Disney, and they have an expo. Do they have it every year, or is it just like every once in a while?
Every 2 years.
5 years. Oh, every 2 years. Okay.
It's
So this is
it's their
most
Comic
recent
Con.
big. It's their Comic Con, yeah. It's the most recent big one they've had, right? Because the last big one was in 2015 when they announced like tons of things. But I feel like the last one was it 2015. It wouldn't be right then. Like, what did you
No, it was 2 years ago. They
Yeah.
had the
2 years ago. So
No,
it'd be
2015 was the Galaxy's
2017.
Edge announcement. It's been 4 years.
They had one 2 years
No, they
ago.
didn't.
It's every 2 years, so
It's every 2 years.
it's every
You-
odd year.
You've blown your shot. Okay, I got to take back over.
No. They announced a long time ago, and anyways, this is the year it came back. But yes, 4 years ago they had a big one. 2 years, I don't think they had a whole lot of news, right?
They announced more for the stuff like
Okay.
like the Tron
Sure. Not-
coaster, like a bunch of the 50th anniversary stuff that's coming out. They announced the Main Street Theater that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Some other stuff.
So, yeah, not important. What is important is what happened this year, and there's so much. So there's things at Epcot that we'll talk about. There are some announcements about the Star Wars hotel, which now has a name. You all saw that, right?
Yep.
There talked a whole lot about Disney Plus, about some of the shows that are going to be on there, the date that's coming out, which we already knew, some of the movies that are coming out with Disney, some new apps that are coming out, or app I guess is coming out, and there is some Target news that has to do with Disney. So we can talk about all those things and probably more. And there were things that happened before, and right, that they talked about the day before, even that came out before that too. We can talk about all the things, right?
All the things
All
we
the
can
things.
talk
All the
about.
things.
Basically, anything you can think of, they announced something for.
It seems like they did.
From food to movies to TV to amusement parks to, I don't know, bottled soap probably. I don't know, everything.
Bob and Bob. The Bobs were there. Bob Iger and Bob Chapek, or how do you ever say his name?
Yeah, paycheck.
Paycheck, yeah. I call them the Bobs. So
Yeah.
Bob's.
you know, like from Office Space. Who were the Bobs?
Oh, yeah. I just think of, is it Bob Vila?
Oh.
Yes. This whole
He-
house.
He is a Bob,
That's-
yeah.
It's a Bob. That's only Bob I think of, and then I think of Home Improvement, and I think of Tim Allen, and then I just kind of go down the rabbit hole.
So Epcot. Let's start there.
Well, hold on. Let's back up.
let's back up. Okay.
Because there was a rumor announcement thing that happened before D23 that sort of shocked the world, which was, well, not the world probably.
No, the whole world was shocked.
Whole world.
Everything stopped.
But it was that Sony and Marvel have split ways.
Right.
Yeah, on Spider-Man.
On Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah, about 5 years ago, Sony and Marvel made a deal. Well, first off, so long time ago, Marvel was basically going bankrupt, and they're like, we have all these properties, we can sell them off to movie companies and everything, so they can make movies, so we can get a bunch of money, so we can stay afloat. And so that's how X-Men and Fantastic Four went to Fox, Hulk went to Universal, which is why they still don't do a Hulk-centric movie right now, because they don't want to split it with Universal. And then, yes, Sony got Spider-Man and all things to do with Spider-Man, like every character, all the villains, heroes, everything. And so Sony, they did good with like the first few Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire, like the first two, they were good. Third one, not so good. So they're like, we're going to reboot this. And the reboots were horrible. Well, for a lot of people, it was okay for some, but it didn't take off. And so they had this major property they weren't really making money off of. And meanwhile, like way back, Marvel decided they were going to do their own movies. And so that's how Iron Man, Captain America, all those happened. And they became big. So Disney bought them like Disney does. But of course they couldn't get Spider-Man and all those other characters back because the companies weren't going to give them back. They were making money. So they made a deal with Marvel, like, okay, so we'll do this together. We'll let you use Spider-Man and his characters if you bring in Kevin Feige, who is a genius at these movies, to reboot our Spider-Man once again. And make it big, and Disney can have merchandising and all that, and we'll get promotion from our Spider-Man because you'll be putting them in your movies. And that deal lasted for a while. They did 5 movies with Spider-Man, did really good. Came time to renegotiate, and Disney was like, we want more money from you, because Disney wants all the money and everything. And it said they wanted 50-50. I think the Hollywood Reporter said they wanted just 30%. But anyway, Sony was like, no, we're not giving more money away because we just made like $1 billion on this thing with Far From Home, even though it was because of Marvel. Everything they built up. But so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. And it seems like, yeah, that they've broken up. Mom and Dad have fought. They're no longer together. They're not sharing custody anymore. Like Mom took Dad to court and was like, Dad's a drunk. And we're like, no. And the kid got taken away.
Gee whiz. I didn't see all that.
Yeah, I know.
Tom Holland made a comment about it finally. That he's sad that it happened, but he's still going to be Spider-Man.
Yes, because he's contractually obligated to be Spider-Man one day.
I still want to make money.
But can he be Night Monkey for Marvel?
That'd be nice. I proposed something on our Twitter, and I put it on our Instagram too. That so in the movie, spoiler, that Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, gets outed as being Spider-Man. So Nick Fury just takes him into I can't think of the word now. Into hiding.
Witness protection.
Custody.
Witness protection. I wrote it and I can't think of what I wrote. He took him into witness protection. And then he has a new name, so they never mention Peter Parker again or his life before. And he's a new character, he's a new person, and he becomes the new Iron Man. Done.
Could they do that though?
No, they couldn't do that. It'd be funny though.
Well, what made this news sort of funny leaning into D23 is that one of the first things you see at D23 is a big Spider-Man like photo op. And it's like,
yeah.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man was everywhere. They announced the first thing I saw was the Avenger Park that they're opening.
Avengers Campus.
Avengers Campus. Yes.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pay your tuition, you get to go there for 4 years. I think.
Yeah, and they're trying to say it's going to be an experience like Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is, of course, at Disneyland.
Yes, because they can't do it at Disney World because
Right.
of Universal parks.
But so they have a Spider-Man part of this land, right?
Yeah.
There's a Spider-Man section or whatever. So
yeah, like every picture
it's not built yet. So
every picture they put out had some kind of Spider-Man theme to it, like these spider bots, and there's a Spider-Man ride.
Yeah,
they're gonna have. It's just like, oh
well, I mean that could all change. Who knows? But it's interesting.
I'm sure they already had that in some kind of contract to be able to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Sony doesn't own the rights to like them outside of movies and stuff like that.
That's true.
So that's why, I mean, the Spider-Man animated shows or the Disney network, like they can do all that. They just can't make movies with Spider-Man.
Sure.
They can do all the merchandising. They can put them in the comics, which I saw a rumor that, like a long time ago when they started doing these movies, well, a long time ago, but like Fox had X-Men and Fantastic Four, so one of the big wigs at Marvel Comics was like, I hate this. I don't like that they're using them. We can't use them in movies, so we're going to kill them in the comics. And that's what they did. They like canceled like the Fantastic Four book. They killed Wolverine. They killed a bunch of the X-Men. They like lessened how many comics they were putting out. And so there's rumor that they may do that again with Spider-Man, that they're going to cut back on Spider-Man comics and even put like a new person in the Spider-Man suit besides Peter Parker. So it's rumor, but like they've done it before. So
fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So since you started on parks, you would finish that out?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, let's talk about parks. So Epcot is getting, I would say, a big overhaul is what they're kind of calling it, or a big reimagination or whatever you want to call it. So one of the things they're doing is renaming all of the areas in Epcot. Did y'all see this?
Yes.
I did see that.
I watched the live stream.
Oh, well, there you go. So I'm bringing up the list here just so I don't forget it and say it wrong.
I got it here too.
Since they do that. So they've, there's already these sections, but they're renaming the sections so that if you're going into the park, they've got this area to the left that's World Discovery. I guess let's just say you go in first to World Celebration, where the Spaceship Earth is and all of that, and then over to the right is World Nature, and then of course World Showcase. It's in the back, and it's still the same. Nothing's changing with it. But one of the things they're doing in World Celebration, I guess we have to call it now, is they're doing some refurbishments to the Spaceship Earth and redoing some of the narration and some things that happen in the soundtrack in there too. And it kind of is getting everybody scared, I think.
Oh, well, they're adding IPs. They're adding characters like Moana and stuff to Spaceship Earth. Because it was in the pictures. It was Moana's boat floating through the air.
Was that in World Celebration, or there? I thought that was going to be in the World Nature section.
No. That's something completely different.
You're thinking of the Journey of Water or whatever it's called.
That's upcoming. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it's Spaceship Earth. They're doing it where it's not about technology and innovation. It's going to be about storytelling, which goes against Epcot.
Well, so that was the first thing that they said. It says the Bob Chapek or whatever said this is going to be more Disney and more family friendly, and and which is just weird, I guess, to say. But how can you make it more Disney? It's already Disney, right? It's like somewhat of what Walt Disney inspired and wanted to build, but now it's becoming less Disney, some might say, but more like the Disney we know now, I guess so. But
all about merchandising.
All about merchandising, yeah.
So I don't mind that they're updating stuff though. Like, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been to Disney, but it was always. I was never a huge fan of necessarily going in the big ball. I don't know. It was like
you're uncultured.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it was just like, okay, I've seen this. I don't know, several times.
I was when they first started showing it, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then I saw Moana's boat float by, and I'm like, wait, why? We need that and this.
Yeah. It's going to be a history of Disney movies going through time. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be totally different. What they're going to say. There's a charm to the way it is now, and some people are probably tired of it, but it doesn't show because the line's going out the door. Well, line has to go throughout the door, but it's always busy.
So, when I was there last time, I will say this. No, a couple weeks ago, whatever it was. I went to Epcot. I walked by Spaceship Earth, and I said, "Oh, I guess I'll go in there." And then I was like, "Nah." I know what it's like, and I don't want to get stuck, so I just kept walking.
Sure,
you always get stuck in it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people
they'll keep that.
Yeah,
they won't change that
part of the experience, right?
Yeah.
You always get stuck at like a part that's like the air conditioning just doesn't work, and it's just like always hot, and it's just like
somebody does. Yeah, I mean it's those those rides that are supposed to never stop moving, right? Mm-hmm. that do, because like Haunted Mansion does the same thing. It's not supposed to stop, but it does because of wheelchairs and things like that, I guess. But people getting off and on. But another thing they're doing in that area is a new pavilion. Have you seen this too? That's the perfect place for live events and the home base for Epcot's signature festivals. Did you
it's
see
like
this?
a 3-story building.
Yeah.
And on the top story, it's going to be a park, like trees and shrubbery and stuff.
The idea is that you can sit up there and watch the new nighttime spectaculars or whatever they're doing in the park. You can just kind of look at everything.
So there'll be no room up there to sit up there.
No, it'll be so crowded.
Yeah, it's going to be. Well, there'll be a fast pass for that, I'm sure, or something. You'll have to have
fast pass to a park.
Okay. Well, I mean, they have that to get a good spot for some of these the fireworks shows. You have to have a fast pass to get a good seat or whatever, or go to a dessert party to go see these things. So it'll be that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Festival Central, pretty much.
Right. So there's an expo floor, or level and then there's a plaza level, which doesn't say a whole lot about what the plaza level is, I guess. But I'm curious what that's going to do to the festivals, because they're saying it'll kind of be the centerpiece to the festivals. And you think, okay, what are the festivals? There's the food and wine, the what do you call it? The one with the flowers, garden. Thank you, garden. So, but it's not like they're not going to pull that out of the World Showcase.
No. Where this building is going to be is going to be at the entrance of World Showcase.
Right.
So it'll still be around World Showcase like it is, but this will be sort of like the hub where they have like shows, because they were doing the hub at Wonders of Life, and they're turning that into something else.
Yeah.
So they'll just move all that stuff from Wonders of Life over to this place where they'll have the shows that you sit and watch and stuff like that. But they'll still have all the food stuff.
That's good. Yeah. So another thing that saw coming in there at the beginning is the play pavilion. That's in that same area, right?
That's going to be in Discovery.
Oh, it's in Discovery. Okay.
I think it's going to be where Wonders of Life was.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can jump to that then. Okay. So here, let's finish off the.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. No, you're fine. We can finish off.
I was sick, so I watched the whole live stream. I just sat there and stared at it.
No, you're good. So to finish off World Celebration, it does talk about that there's The entrance plaza will be transformed with new experiences, which you kind of encountered some of that, I guess, construction when you came in,
Oh
right?
my goodness, yeah.
And connect us with the world with a new fountain, new pathways, and sweeping green spaces.
I don't see how there's any place you could go with all the stuff they're doing there. Like, it seems like everything's going to be under construction.
So much, yeah. So some of this will open by the 50th, of course, and some will open next year. Some of the things that we'll talk about, but it's going to be interesting, especially next year. There's going to be a few things that will be open when I'm going next year, so it'll be interesting.
It's already a mess there.
I think you can go to Japan and Mexico. I think that's the two places you can go, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm really curious about that pavilion though. That's going to be kind of in the middle, because is there anything there now that they're replacing, or is it a brand new structure?
You mean behind, or that pavilion, the big 3-story thing?
Yeah, the 3-story thing. Yeah.
I think that's just it's gonna be where the. I don't think there's anything there right now. I think it's just like shrubbery and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. That
Nothing
seems
major.
to be, yeah. I don't know. I guess they don't have a definite date on that yet, except for the 50th probably. So we'll see if that actually happens.
And again, yeah, who knows? It could change.
It could change a lot. That's fine. So there's also, as you leave Spaceship Earth, there's Dreamer's Point, which gives you a new breathtaking view of World Showcase.
Is that where all the teenagers go to make out?
Yes.
I hope so.
Dreamer's Point. And near the water fountain, all that. So whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So World Nature is where the land and the seas with Nemo and Friends pavilions are. So that's going to be. Sorry, my dog just jumped up and got me. But so we're familiar with those things there. But then the new thing that we kind of alluded to earlier is the Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, which is a peaceful walking path with waterfalls, and it talked about living water.
Yeah, magical living water. So I guess it's some kind of like water fountain type things that.
Yeah.
It'll be probably like the water stuff they have now over by Imagination.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, are they just moving that over? Are they gonna do something new? I don't know.
But this has Moana.
Yeah.
Duh.
And you remember Moana, right? So the water like moves. It's like the big wave and like talks to her and all this stuff. And I don't think they'll do all that. But
are they going to sell the heart of the ocean for $200 that you can interact with the water with?
Yes.
And just like in the movie, like the water can be friendly, but it could also kill your father's brother. But don't talk about
that. What I do like about this too is that it is educational. I don't know if you saw that part, but it's talking about the natural water cycle. So at least they're sticking with Epcot being the educational park, right? So still having some things. And then there's a new film in the Land Pavilion.
Yeah.
The Awesome Planet, which showcases the beauty, diversity, and dynamic story of the planet. And debuts in January.
What can we name this? Be something catchy, something to bring people in.
Awesome Planet.
Something awesome. What'd you say? What word did you just say? Awesome? Oh, that's perfect. Done. Awesome Planet.
I heard that the Living with the Land has a new film in it. That's what I heard. You know, the boat ride? Mm-hmm. You get to that one part in the movie.
Yeah.
There's a new film in there.
I think I heard that too, yeah.
You know what makes me nervous, though?
What's that?
Since we're on this side of the park. What is on this side of the park that they didn't talk about? 3, 2, 1.
Is that the
Imagination
Pavilion? I was going to say Imagination. Yeah, everybody's talking about that they're worried about, like, what about Figment and Test Track? Right. Well, no, just Test Track the other way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what everybody's talking about. Is like, what about Figment and Test Track? You know,
because they're calling this side world nature, how is Figment going to fit in with world nature?
I mean, they talk about your senses. They talk about nature kind of things, right? Science.
I'm just scared for
all that.
Figment. I'm scared for my boy.
Yeah, it is Ryan's favorite.
Yeah.
He's gone away before.
Oh, don't say that.
But
I was hoping they're going to announce that they're bringing back Dreamfinder, and I was going to be like, yes. But, no.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably a good thing. They didn't say anything about it. Just take it as good.
I don't know.
Come on, look on the bright. Always look on the bright side of life.
They got to put these waterfalls somewhere.
That's right.
No.
Yeah.
I guess I
This
should
is
ride
somebody-
it multiple times just to see him.
I think it's going to be replaced by that chicken from Moana.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, hey.
gosh.
Hey.
All right, so let's go over to Discovery. World Discovery.
World Discovery. So we knew there was a Guardians of the Galaxy ride coming, but we didn't have a name. But now we do. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind
What?
will be the first Otherworld showcase pavilion in Epcot. The adventure starts in the oh gosh,
Yeah, everybody's going to be able to say
Galaxarium.
that.
Galaxarium. There we go. And this is
Galaxarium.
going to be cool, though. A planetarium-like exhibition that explores the similarities and mysteries of the formation of Earth's galaxy and Xandar.
A fictional place.
Yeah, I
Does
thought that
not
was
actually exist.
You'll be invited to learn more about the treasures Xandar has to share until the moment when the Guardians of the Galaxy arrive. This is so it's going to be really cool, even for people like me who may not ride the ride. I don't know this because here's the part that I was kind of like, oh, this. So the storytelling coaster that is the Guardians of the Galaxy ride rotates 360 degrees, which just means it turns to different parts like Buzz Lightyear. Of course, you turn it, but anyways, to get you in front of the action, whatever that action is. And what were you going to say?
It just reminds me of like the Universal stuff that they did with
yeah.
like Spider-Man and Harry Potter.
All right, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, no, it's a coaster though.
But it launches in reverse.
Yeah, it's going to be the first reverse launch coaster.
That's the part I was like, no, I don't think I want to do
Well,
that.
in Disney, It's not the first ever.
In
No.
Disney, that's what I said.
Yeah,
I'm
at
sorry,
Disney.
on a Disney coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody's excited, and they should be. Just not me.
I'm excited.
So
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot better than what was there.
oh yeah.
What was there? What was?
Ellen's Dinosaur Adventure.
How was that better?
Well, it was a good place to go to sleep and be in the air conditioning. So we'll miss that. You can't sleep on this ride.
You can sleep in 360 on this one.
That's right. And the next thing that they added is what I'm really excited about, if I can get into it, because it'll be open next year. It's the expansion of Mission Space Pavilion, which is the new restaurant called Space 220. So, do you know why it's called Space 220?
Yes,
Did you
I
see
do.
I'm reading it, so I do.
200. The restaurant is 220 miles above Earth.
It's
Like,
going to have a
literally?
big elevator.
Yeah, that's going to take a while to get up there.
Yeah. I guess I saw a picture of the elevator. It looked pretty cool, but I think it's just a simulation, right?
You're not going
Oh, yeah, you're not
220.
No, I knew that. It's not an actual elevator. It's the
Is
thing
this room stretching?
the building that they're building is not very high at all. So it's like it's cool. But because at one point it was talking about this special elevator, and I was like, but it's not going to go anywhere though, is it? Because
It's
the restaurant's
like
on
the
the
Haunted
ground.
Mansion.
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool because it looks like you're going up, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, is that going to make people sick? Either coming down out of it or going up to it because you're getting ready to go eat. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. But I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that looks cool.
We have all kinds of space food, some Tang,
Some
space ice cream.
freeze dried food.
Yeah.
Everything they bring to the table, you have to pour your water on to
Yes.
rehydrate.
If they don't have Tang though, it's a missed opportunity.
They can get the license for it. It's probably pretty
Yeah, it's probably pretty cheap.
Cheap.
Tang's waiting for the call from Disney. Come on.
But the restaurant will be run by the Patina Restaurant Group.
Uh-huh. And they are.
You all know those people.
Oh, yeah, the Patina.
Yeah. I was looking to see if I could tell who else they have, but I guess it's too late for that. All right. So that's going to be cool. I'm really excited about that. I won't get off.
They run the Italian. They run the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
In Italy.
I do like the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah,
so next,
a lot of Italian places.
I'm a little slow.
Wonder if it'll be Italian.
It might be
space Italian.
It says out of this world food, so not necessarily space.
We'll have space Getty and
it's Getty.
What's some other stuff they'll have?
So something that I was looking for and I couldn't find.
Meteor balls.
Meteor balls. So one of the things I couldn't find is this supposed to be like a signature restaurant or anything like that, or is it just like a standard?
I'm sure they'll make it a signature restaurant so you can pay more money.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looks seated.
It looks seated.
It looks seated.
I got all these screens. I mean, that's the thing, is like it's kind of actually a really easy restaurant to do, but it's because all you've got is screens on the walls, but those cost money. So
I want to name more space Italian food. Let's see what else.
Space Italian.
Languini.
Languini. I'll try some Languini.
Milky Way.
Lasagna of this world.
Oh gosh, that was bad.
Oh yeah, the linguine thing was good.
Languini, yeah. The meteor balls, I think that would be a hit.
Oh, that was good.
The Space Getty and meteor balls. Would you like extra meteor balls with that? And then when they bring the spaghetti, they sit it down and then they go, incoming, and then they throw the meteor balls onto your plate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, I can't wait to go.
The breadsticks you can use to like build your own space station with them. Sort of cool.
That is cool.
I'm ready to go now.
Well, you can't right now until I think later this year or early next year. I can't remember.
If they have meteor balls there at Space Getty, we're gonna know that somebody from Disney is listening to I Am Geek.
I don't think they'll do that. Well, not listen to I Am Geek, but I mean, call it Space Getty.
If I ever go there, even though I don't like spaghetti, I'm going to order Space Getty, and they're going to be like, "What are you talking about?" I want the Space Getty and the meteor balls.
How do you not like spaghetti?
It's the tomato. I can't eat the tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It's like one of the Italian things I really like is spaghetti. Now I want spaghetti.
But do you want Space Getty?
Space Getty.
Well, of course.
Would it be freeze dried, or are we talking like
it's all crunchy?
Oh, everything's freeze dried. Yeah, it's crunchy. You just pour your water onto it. Mix it up.
Yikes.
They just all come in those little pouches that you just squeeze and suck them out. That's what it is.
Yeah, like rations.
Yeah. Delicious.
Wonder what the bathroom's going to be like in there. Like you seatbelt yourself down, like in the space station and stuff.
And just like on the airplanes, you got to close the lid before you flush, otherwise it can suck you out.
You know, I have a friend that's in space right now at the space station. I mean, he's not like a friend, but
you know him.
I know him. Like I was in a small group with him, so I mean, I know him. You know, we don't hang out all the time because he's in space, but he's at the space station right now. Pretty cool.
Oh, very cool.
His name's Drew.
Shout out to Drew.
Shout out to Drew. What is that noise?
Anyway,
my cats are being fed.
it's the space station elevator. Just take it off.
Space station elevator.
But that looked really cool, the elevator, because it had a screen, at least in the drawings they showed. It was down in the middle, and everybody's holding on to the rail around the middle, and it looked like you were going away from Earth, which was a pretty cool idea. So out of this world.
Out of this world.
So the pavilion that I misplaced earlier, the Play Pavilion, will open in time for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, and this is a place where there's all these games. When I first read it, they were talking about water balloon fights, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, are they really going to do that?" But then I saw it, and it was there was a screen, and it looked like people had Wiimotes, and they were throwing or doing these movements like they were throwing water balloons at the window or whatever. So it looks like a lot of interactive type things, interactive games. You can help Edna Mode design the next best outfit, and Huey, Louie, and Dewey, you can throw water balloons at them. And
Huey Lewis in the News?
Huey Lewis in the News, yes. I'm sorry, I said them out of order, didn't I? And actually, there's one more. Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Webby.
Yes, can't forget Webby Gale.
Yeah.
Just call Webby.
Yeah. So, but the picture, it looks pretty interesting. It's just this big circle, and all these lights, and then there's things on the sides. I guess so. Yeah.
When you enter, you become neon.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
All the people glow brightly that they have pictured in this.
They do. Discover new, engaging, and interactive exhibits, which that's one of the things they've kind of taken away, right? They had a lot of interactive things, and they've kind of come and gone, and they just took something away recently, right?
So this is where you come, put your kids, and then you go to the pub in England.
I don't.
Is that what happens?
I don't think you should do that.
Oh, okay.
But speaking of England, if we want to go to
England,
or
anyways, sorry, I got distracted. The play thing. So is it like basically Disney Quest 2.0?
That's what I was thinking too. I thought the same thing. I never went, but I was like, this sounds like what everybody described it as.
It looks like it, but they don't have the lightsaber fight thing.
Oh, that's somewhere else.
It wasn't a lightsaber.
Well, so it could be interesting. Something to do.
No.
If you want.
Yeah. So shall we move to the World Showcase?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at Twitter or something, or Facebook, or I don't know.
Yeah.
And people were talking about this Epcot renovation, and some guy, I was just like, oh gosh, he goes, I was really hoping that they were just going to get rid of the World Showcase because that has nothing to do with Epcot. I'm like, what? Yeah, they're just going to bulldoze the World Showcase.
Yeah.
There'll be more parking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anyways, World Showcase.
So one of the things that everybody's excited about is the new updated video in China, right? Right? Wondrous China.
I didn't hear about this. What's this?
I think they announced that at the last D23.
They did. Yeah, it talks about it here. They just talked a little bit more about it. It's a 360, movie. Wondrous China. Whatever. Same for Canada. They've got a new movie that comes out in January. Yeah, whatever. So no, the big thing that's new that's coming that we didn't know about yet is the new Mary Poppins area and experience, because they didn't really call it a ride though. But it's Cherry Tree Lane.
Yeah.
And you can go past Admiral Boom's house and enter number 17, the home of the Banks family, and where your adventure will begin. So, again, they never said ride. So the thing I was thinking about tonight was, is it going to be like a Swiss Family Robinson, or is it going to be something like some kind of ride or movie or something? What do y'all think?
I thought that they would just do a carousel and be done with it, because that's what they do.
Well, that was another thought. Yeah, like having something with umbrellas or something.
Well, because like the carousel with all those, they have a carousel in one of the movies, right?
Sure.
And then the carousel, the horses or whatever come off of the carousel and start.
That's a good point. Yeah.
This looks like more of like a walkthrough experience place.
Yeah.
You can like go into the house and
yeah.
the streets and everything will be full of soot and smoke, like old time England, where it got so bad that people were dying. I think it'll be like that.
I think so.
And Lin-Manuel will be there.
Yeah,
rapping.
Everyone will have horrible English accents, except for Mary Poppins.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. I mean, that a lot of people have wanted something like that, I guess. And
it'll be cool.
And at least is something that's not one of these new IPs, right? It's something that's classic Disney that maybe it scratches that itch for some people. I don't know.
I wonder if you can jump down the bathtub. You can jump down the bathtub.
I mean,
yeah, which Mary Poppins is this going to be based on? The new one?
Well, the picture looks like it's the new one.
Huh.
The way she's kind of dressed and everything, it looks like the new one.
Lovely.
And it's got the kite that's been put back together, taped up.
Yeah.
So there'll be some weird dance number that's more adult than it should be, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. This was the surprise because everybody thought that they were going to announce a Brazil.
Right. Yeah. But no.
Pavilion and World Showcase. They didn't.
No, it'll be Mary Poppins telling some saucy stories. That's what it'll be.
Showing her bloomers.
Got around, children.
So.
Will you get to make a $200 umbrella?
Yes, that talks.
That'll be the experience.
It will make you fly. Go jump off that building.
Pick the bird at the handle. You have several birds to choose from.
That'd be
wow.
Now, if that happens, we know that Disney's been listening to us.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, we could charge $200 for an umbrella? Make it happen.
You can't actually use in the rain because it'll get ruined.
Yeah.
But that's I wouldn't doubt that they're not doing something like that.
Oh, they'll
like
have
everything that they do now is like, what experience can we have or thing can we sell that we can charge people? But the thing is, they've not done it long enough to know if people are going to actually do this, right? They're not, that people actually, people are buying the lightsabers, and they'll do it for a while, but it's not something that you're going to go back and do, right? And buy.
They'll sell spoons covered in sugar.
Yeah,
your spoonful of sugar.
They already do.
Have some medicine if you want to.
They really already do.
Oh, really? It's just spoons covered in sugar?
In the tea shop, you can get spoons to go in your tea that already has the sugar or honey on them.
Well, that's not necessarily Disney. Like, I think that's a thing.
Well, I know, but I'm saying they sell them in the.
Referring to.
But this will be a Mary Poppins one.
Oh,
that's right.
It's not used for tea.
Can you
just eat the sugar off the spoon.
Customize the spoon. Which I've got a question real quick. Have you all seen the lightsabers? We've talked about this, and people put them together, right?
Yeah.
And they hand you a tray and it has all these parts on it.
Uh-huh.
I watched one and somebody had a totally different tray of pieces. Can you ask for a different tray, or are you stuck with the tray you got?
Wait.
Do you know?
Okay, when you sign up, you pick one of the 4 different things.
Okay.
And then you have to stick with that. So if you pick power and control, you stick with power and control. If you pick peace and justice, you stick with that. If you pick nature or something like that, you stick with that.
Yeah.
But afterwards, if you want other parts,
oh sure,
they'll sell you extra junk that they have laying around. What do they call it?
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's still crazy because they were doing that, and then people were just buying hordes of them. So then they limited it to you have to buy it within 48 hours of when you bought your lightsaber.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you got to buy a new lightsaber.
That's crazy. Come on.
I don't know. I really wanted to do the lightsaber experience, but the more and more I think about it, I'm like, it's not worth it. I don't want to do it at all. Really.
Just watch the video.
I'll just watch the video.
It looks really cool.
You can buy them on their own, right? So that's what you're saying. You could go buy your own stuff. You don't have to do.
No. You could buy the parts. You can't buy the chassis. You can't buy.
Yeah.
Okay. So in order to get a lightsaber, you have to do the experience.
Yes.
One of those lightsabers, yes.
One of those, but you can buy like the
Legacy
Ray
lightsaber.
and the,
Yeah.
That's all I want. See, I don't really want to build my own. I would want to just get one of the Legacy ones.
The
Yeah,
only reason that I want to build your own was so I could change the color with the kyber crystals because I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to pay $200 to do that.
No. All right.
They did announce more about Galaxy's Edge since we're on that. Well, we're not finished.
Yeah,
we're
let's
not
jump.
finished
Yeah, we're almost finished here, so we'll move on. So another pavilion or area, the France Pavilion, as they call it. We knew about Ratatouille coming, but
Sorry.
what?
The France Pavilion,
France.
as they call it. Like,
Yes,
yes,
not the French Pavilion. I would call it the French Pavilion, I guess, but it's the France because it's France.
It's the country.
It is the country.
France.
It is France. I don't know. Whatever. Trying.
Just leave me alone.
They do. Wait, hold on.
Summer 2020.
They call them America. They call them
do.
the American
I know,
Pavilion, don't they? So they flip
Oh,
flop.
do they? But they call it the United Kingdom Pavilion. I mean, they call it. Maybe it is the America Pavilion.
Maybe so.
Yeah, I think it is. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm so confused.
Summer 2020, France Pavilion gets Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. So that has a name, which we've seen it before in France and Paris, right? They have it, and it's coming. There also is a restaurant. It's La Crêperie de Paris or Paris.
Crêperie de Paris. They say Paris.
Table and quick service options. So
Get all your snails there.
Yeah. So that'll be there when I go. Hopefully I can get a fast pass for it and try it out. I'm excited about that ride. And the restaurant too. I like grapes. So should be good.
I had some crepes today. They were delicious.
But wait, there's one more thing.
But wait, there's more.
In France, the Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Okay.
Tell us all this time.
So something you can do at home.
Yeah.
If they do it like the Frozen sing along, it'll be cool.
Oh, sure.
If it's just a movie,
yeah,
the Frozen one is hilarious. The actors that they have doing that is so funny.
Yeah, I was watching that today actually with the trackers, and it was really funny. But this says the classic Impressions de France film will be joined by the new Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Oh,
so I think it's just a film, but we don't know. So
boo, boo, Bob, boo.
Yeah, that's about it, right? It was. Oh, one last thing is in Epcot and kind of the World Showcase areas, the new fireworks show. So we all know that Illuminations is going away. It needs to be updated. That's fine. And, for a temporary time, they're going to have the Epcot Forever show, right? And then it will be eventually, the new permanent one will be Harmony Us.
Wait a minute. The Epcot Forever is ending? That doesn't make any sense.
It's like the never-ending story.
They didn't name that correctly.
Yeah.
It's like the never-ending story, right?
Epcot a few months. Like,
maybe they know something we don't know. Maybe they know that in 2020, we're all gone. It's the end of the world.
They're not doing any of this then.
Yeah.
Well, Epcot's going to be in. Yeah, it's going to be a weird time in 2020. It seems like, even though they've got all this new stuff opening, it still seems like there's a lot that's going to be built right there at the entrance. That's just going to make it weird.
It's weird already. Yeah.
But the new fireworks show is going to be cool. It's got, floats and projections and fireworks and things and
lasers on sharks.
And again, you'll eventually be able to watch this from the new pavilion at the World Celebration, right? Isn't that what it's called? The front part? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that part also has a new Walt Disney statue. It's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, that's right. Is that the one where he's sitting on the stairs that everybody's made memes out of? Yeah.
I haven't seen the memes.
Is he life size or is he giant?
Probably life size, like the rest of them.
Life size, I think.
You can sit with him.
You can sit and get your picture.
They should have made him huge.
Everybody's saying that This is like it'll show us the statue, and it's like, this is not what I envisioned Epcot to be, stuff like that. You know? And he's got this weird look on his face. So that's pretty much Epcot. I mean, there was a lot that's coming into Epcot. A lot of exciting potential things. It doesn't bother me that they renamed everything so much. The Celebration, Nature, Discovery, Showcase. Well, Showcase is always Showcase, but it's fine. Whatever.
I think when it's done, it'll look good.
Yeah,
I think that for those of us that love the 80s Epcot, it's not coming back. But I would rather have this than what we have now, where everything's just like falling apart because they don't want to spend any money to fix it.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and do what you're going to do, and it's still Disney, and I'll still have fun. Just don't get rid of Figment. If you get rid of Figment, we're burning it down.
We're burnt. No,
we're not doing that. Just
it's not us. It's not us.
It's not us. If something happens, we did not do it.
No, when I say burnt, that's a cool lingo. That means we're gonna dance.
Right. We're gonna still go, but just not be as happy about it.
Yeah, just be like, better go get my meteor balls and Space Getty.
All right.
So
Galaxy's Edge.
Let's talk Galaxy's Edge. Specifically, I assume you're talking about the you want to talk about the Star Cruise, all right?
Oh, well, I thought we were talking about the ride that hasn't opened yet. They announced more about that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh.
I don't have anything about that.
They showed footage from the ride for the new ride. So basically, you're going to be on this
trackless thing.
Yeah, vehicle. And one scene they showed was you're in this vehicle, and then above you, a lightsaber comes shooting through the ceiling, cutting through the ceiling above you, like it's cutting through to come get you, which is sort of cool looking.
Yeah.
There's been some leaked video from somebody who went inside and took video of it. And so there's all these stormtroopers that are just standing around. And right now they have these plastic sheets over them, so they look really creepy. And then there's a I forgot the name of the race. Akbar's race, whatever.
Oh, Admiral Akbar.
Yeah, his race.
Amphibians.
No, Mon
Chichis.
Mon Calamari or something like that. I don't know.
Sounds good.
One of them is like
that does sound good. I like some calamari.
Is standing there looking at, like, I guess he's going to be an animatronic. So it looks cool. It looks like that basically you're the resistance, and then the First Order finds you and they're chasing you through this thing. So it looks cool. I still think they should have opened that when they opened the rest of it, but
no.
It'll be good. I mean, it's smart the way they did it. Get something out there because it's not for you, right? But for them, it is. It's very smart because people are going to come twice, or at least appeases some people that were just waiting for the land to open. I just want to see something. They're complaining it's taking forever, and well, it didn't. It opened.
No, it took forever.
It did.
Just like Epcot forever.
Forever.
But the prices have already gone up. So
prices have gone up. What do you mean?
For everything in the Galaxy's Edge.
Well, good.
No, that's not good.
So,
our friends were there. Buff. What did I call Buff? That's his name from now on. Buff Bagwell. Hank.
No.
And Tyler were there. Hank and Tyler. There's a wrestler named Buff Bagwell. That's all.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyways, Hank and Tyler were there, and I was kidding with him. I was like, "You can get with them $75 beer flights," and he texted me back and he said, "They're $85 now."
Jeez.
He's like, "I'm serious." I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What a world.
And the blue milk stuff is ridiculously expensive for what it is, and everything.
Did they up the price of those because no one wanted those?
Sure they did.
I watched,
People are just not
I watched
going
the
to want to
Trackers,
go.
Tim and Jen. They did a video of all the food in there, and
Yeah.
she tasted the green milk, and she's like, it tastes like a plant that somebody just put in a blender.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that sounds good.
Delicious.
And then they said the blue one tastes like the medicine you used to get when you were a kid, the pink medicine.
Yeah.
That stuff. I'm like, well, that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
Pepto?
No.
Like,
Moxicillin or something like that.
yeah. Bubblegum flavored.
So the new hotel / cruise through space.
Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel. It's like a cruise in
But
space.
it's not.
So you could go back to Disney, Chris. You could say we're going on a cruise.
Yeah.
But like the cruises
Lots of
I go
money.
on actually go places.
This does.
This one does.
It does. It goes into space.
No, really.
So, they still haven't said the price for
I know.
it.
I
Everybody,
kept waiting for that.
there's lots of rumors. Like we said 3,000. I saw somebody else say 3,300. So it just keeps going up. For a person.
If it's like a cruise,
So there's lots of things. So what they did announce is what all you do on this thing. It's not just like riding or pretend riding a ship, but so it starts off and you get onto a bus, and it's a bus that's been rethemed into like this capsule or whatever that takes you to the ship, the cruise. And so once you get on it, you don't see the outside world until you leave it, I guess. But they made it so that you go through this little entryway thing and make it try to feel as authentic as possible. Which sounds pretty cool. There's all kinds of interactive things when you're there, which we knew. It didn't seem like the first things that we saw. It didn't seem like there was a lot to do, but now they started announcing more things. Like you can learn how to fly the ship.
You can go on the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, go on the bridge. You can do training with lightsabers. It says. Right? So that it's kind of like these lasers are shooting at you and you're trying to hit them with your lightsaber, which I guess is not really shooting at you, but wielding a lightsaber while facing off against a training remote. So that's kind of cool. It's like you're reliving the Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Which
part.
I saw some patent stuff that they had, some patent paperwork they had about this a long time ago, and I'm like, wonder what they're going to use that for.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what they're using it for.
This is it. Yeah. But exploring that Halcyon, Halcyon, and discover hidden spaces deep in the mechanics of the ship, perfect for uncovering secrets or holding secret meetings. So you take on a character and you interact with other people, and you can do all these things. And it, like they said before, it's going to make a difference how you interact with different people and what you do. But they also said this, and this was something I guess I assumed before, but now I've seen it. This is that you'll make an excursion, planet-side excursion to Black Spire Outpost on Batuu and much more. So does that mean you actually get off of the thing?
You
go to Batuu?
You get on one of those bus things and it takes you there. So you can't see what the outside world. Yeah. It takes you straight into Batuu, and it's like you've landed on the planet.
So I guess there's a back door into Batuu.
Oh yeah, so I drove past the back door.
Okay.
When I was there.
So it includes like admission to just that section of the park.
Well, it better. It better.
Yeah, I think so.
And I don't know how they keep you in that area, except that
there's shot collars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably right.
I drove when I was at Disney. I was following traffic, and I didn't see a certain side that said cast members only, because they had all this construction. So I just followed this road. I'm like, where's this taking me? And it took me behind Galaxy's Edge and where the hotel's being built. I saw where they're building the cruise ship, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I saw the back of Galaxy's Edge. So how they have it set up, it's not going to be like a long drive in.
Yeah.
You're going to be sort of right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that'll be cool. So more screens on the as windows, of course, on the cruise ship.
Yeah.
But
And dining, I guess all your dining's included.
It better be. But it's way expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd still, yeah. If I had to pick between an actual cruise and that, I would pick an actual cruise.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it'll be cheaper anyway.
Yep.
And like you're actually going places,
Star
and
Wars.
you have like 3 different dining places that you eat every night. And
Well, this was going to have a bunch of different dates too. I think it's going to have a casino. I think I saw that. It's going to have a casino.
Onboard activities.
Yeah. It's guaranteed that it's not going to be families going to this. It's going to be 40-year-old men.
Oh, I know.
But the cruise ship.
The artwork shows a kid with porg, and
a lot of what you described sounds more like kid activities, like learning how to fight with lightsabers.
Oh no, they specifically
going
said,
into the bows of the ships.
They specifically said for the lightsaber thing, this is for children and adults.
And adults.
And everybody went crazy.
I don't know. It's really expensive. I told you guys that we spend, like, if I were to take all 3 of my family members to go on this, it would be more than what we pay, even with flights and food and everything. It'd be a lot more than what we pay just to go to all 4 parks for 6 days. And this is a 2-night excursion. We didn't even talk about that. It's 3 days, 2 nights, I think.
If it's $3,000, again, we don't.
If it's $3,000, that's true. You're right. Yeah. And I don't know where that came from. That's what we've always said, though. It's going to be expensive, but I don't. Maybe it'll be a lot lower. I don't know.
If I ever do this, which is not saying I'm going to get to.
Yeah.
But it would just be me going.
You're right.
Because we wouldn't be able to afford it for the whole family.
No. And who would? So maybe that's not. And again, that was just a rumor, so nobody knows. Somebody probably fed that out there, and it's like, let's see how people react. And
I started to say, I wonder if they're just like, we'll just kind of leak this and see what reaction we get. And of course, it's like, what the
crazy.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
That was sort of the reaction to the Spaceship Earth when you're watching the live stream. Like they're going through stuff, like different things, and everybody's like, like cheering and stuff. And then it said, and now we're going to do this to the Spaceship Earth. And they went through the thing, and it was like silence in the theater. He's like, well, moving on.
Moving on.
Well, I guess we're not doing that.
Scratch that awful.
So here's what I was most disappointed about the Galaxy's Edge stuff that they brought out.
Okay.
They had a commercial thing that showed this family going through Galaxy's Edge to the new ride and to the Millennium Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
And the family's standing there looking at the Falcon. And behind the little girl is walking one of the hammerhead aliens.
Mm.
Like a walk-around alien. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Don't put that commercial if you're not going to have it there.
Right. So far, it's just been Stormtroopers and Rey, right? For the most part.
Chewbacca.
And of course, Chewbacca, yeah. But,
and there's this other random girl that's from the comic books that they made.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, whatever. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But, that's exciting, I guess. It looks neat. And it's something new for people to do. Whatever. All right.
Let's move on to Disney Plus because we're over an hour already.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, so, yeah.
So Disney Plus, of course, it's November 12th is its first day of broadcasting. And, of course, they've announced the packages. You can get Hulu and ESPN. But they talked about the different shows that are coming. And one of those shows is called One Day at Disney, which is a really cool-looking show. But they kind of introduced it weird, though, right? So
yes, they did.
They've made this big announcement. They're like, we've got a huge announcement coming. It's going to be great.
Well, they said that after Universal made their announcement for their Epic Universe or whatever park.
Right.
They said, well, just wait till what we have in store for you.
And they had a big countdown, and it was this show called One Day at Disney.
Yeah.
Which looks very cool, but it was just a weird way to announce it. It could have just been a quick little blurb and it's over, But it's essentially they're following along with. They've got these episodes where they're following along with people that work for Disney in different aspects or different jobs, and just seeing what they do. And I think it'll be a great show that we'll watch.
That we'll watch. And you can buy a book about it too.
Yeah, the book comes out first and then the show, right?
Yeah,
so that's
yay. Yay. And the show I know everyone's looking forward to more than that is Encore.
Wasn't Encore supposed to be a show like on ABC?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was. And now they've moved it over to Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's hosted by Kristen Bell. Everyone loves her. So that's good. But yeah, they went and found these people that did like theater, like musical. It looks like just did musical theater in high school, and they're having them redo their musical theater now as adults.
Yeah, I think that was a show on ABC or something. Yeah,
it looks. I don't know. I don't know. I did theater in high school. I wouldn't want to go back and do it.
Oh, I want you to be on the show.
I didn't do musical theater, so there you go. But
you'll be the second season then.
Be the second season.
Wow. Well, we saw a preview for Mandalorians, right?
Oh, it looks the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
It does. It looks really
good. That looks good.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
That's exciting. There's a new, or not new. Who's coming back?
Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
Okay, I'm a weirdo, but I'm really excited about this one because I'll admit it. I watched Lizzie McGuire, and it was a fun show. So they're bringing back 30-year-old Lizzie McGuire with the teenage animated girl in her brain still.
That's great.
So she's going like psychiatrist. Is that what?
I don't know. Maybe she's crazy, which will make it even better if she's just like sort of insane.
So is it going to be more adult themed? I
don't know, but it's Lizzie McGuire, so
like what's that show that had it was like lawyers and there was a dancing baby?
Boss baby? No. I don't know.
She like daydreamed there was a dancing baby. Oh, what was that? Harrison Ford's married to her. I can't think of her name all of a sudden.
Oh, I know what you're talking
about.
Ally McBeal?
Ally McBeal. So it's going to be an Ally McBeal show.
I don't know.
Sex in the City.
Sex in the City is going to be Disney's version of Sex in the City.
No, that is going to be High School Musical, the series.
Oh gosh.
It looks horrible. So horrible, the series. Now with cussing.
They named it twice.
Now it's cussing.
They cuss in the trailer. Like they bleep it out, but they cuss.
Because this is real, man. This is real high school.
It's stupid. I'm sorry.
This is real life.
This is dumb.
There's also a Christmas movie called Noel.
It looks cute.
Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader.
That is fun. It's like they combined Santa Claus and Elf animated movie.
Well, it looks like a lot of the movies on what's now called Freeform, ABC Family, right? That they have during, and you always wait, and it's like one of those Christmas movies coming out. We just sit and watch them. It looks like a bunch of those that they just took all the ideas and threw them in.
They spent a little more money on this one.
They did. It's a lot better quality. Yes, I was kind of surprised that Bill Hader was in it though, because doesn't have the he doesn't have the best language, as we mentioned.
He does a lot of voice work for their movies now, though.
Well, neither does Anna, but
Anna Kendrick. Yeah. So that was surprising, but hey, that's great. And you can watch it anytime you want to, because that was another thing it was announced, is that all of their shows are just, and movies will be there permanently, right?
Yeah, not in cycles. They're just going to stay there.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Till they run out of room, and then they gotta.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, surely not.
They just
but,
make more room because they're Disney.
but you can watch Frozen, or your kids can watch Frozen as much as they want to. Drive you crazy.
Oh, let it
And
go.
Lion King and whatever.
And the world according to Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Which is so Disney also owns
Yes.
National Geographic. That's going to be
Yes.
part of this channel. It's on this channel on Disney Plus, and that's the world according to Jeff Goldblum should be very interesting.
It should be very crazy. Like
I want to get this.
insane.
I want to get Disney Plus just for the show.
I want to like work on his show. I just want to follow him around and be like, this man is literally insane, and it's so great.
Oh, he's genius. It's the whole show is going to be him making noises. It's going to be so fun.
Sort of.
I like the feel of your shirt there.
This is.
It's like a long interview of him on Conan. It's like, what is this going to be?
Well, one of the things it says it's questions like, if I were a meat that we'd put in a Korean barbecue, what would I be?
Yeah.
And
Like,
the girl says pork belly.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I don't mean you're fat.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so
I can't
good.
wait.
I want to watch that.
That'll be good.
And then, but the one that I'm most excited about. Are we ready for this?
I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
Kenobi is coming back.
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is coming
So
back.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor will
Yes.
be back for the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which, you know, they did the Solo movie, and there was talk about doing the Obi-Wan movie where we thought they might. You know, we hope they would, but now they're making a whole show of it. You know?
This is better. This is
Yeah.
better.
This is better. Yes. So that's exciting.
It's going to take place around the same time as Solo, which is sort of interesting because that means that Obi-Wan got old really fast.
Well, maybe they'll, kind of gray his hair.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about that. When he walked out on stage, I'm like, yes, he's back. Because he said for years that he wants to play him again. So now he gets to.
Now he gets to. So some other shows that you guys were excited about and we texted about, She-Hulk
Yes.
Yeah.
coming to Disney Plus.
I'm excited for She-Hulk.
And Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. I've been wanting a Moon
Yes.
Knight show or a movie or something since they started Marvel. This is a
Yeah,
very
it's-
interesting character. If they do it
And-
right, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, so people that don't know Moon Knight, he's kind of like Marvel's Batman, basically, but he's a little bit more mystical. Like he gets his powers from this like ancient god.
Maybe.
Um,
Either that or he's crazy. And that's the thing.
or he could be crazy because
Yeah.
he has multiple personality syndrome, or he has like 3 or 4 different personalities that are constantly battling
Yes.
to take control. And like I saw, so the actor that played the Red Skull in the latest movie in Infinity War, he's on The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. He does really great impressions. I mean, that's like why they picked him for Red Skull, because he did a really good impression, really of. So he can do different voices, do all that stuff. He apparently really wants that role. Like he wants to be Moon Knight, and I think he would be perfect for that role because I think he could take on different personalities really well. I think he'd be awesome. Either that or Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. I don't know when that's going to.
No, I don't think
Yeah, they
they
didn't say when it would drop.
when it was. The other one was Ms. Marvel
Ms.
TV
Marvel,
series as
yeah.
well. So
Yep.
there you
Okay,
go.
yeah.
So
Ms. Marvel could be
moving
fun.
on.
I'm worried about Miss Marvel because, like, I don't know how the effects are going to be for these Disney Plus shows, like with some of the stuff. Because, like, she has some specific powers where, like, she can like grow and like her hand can get really big and she can punch stuff. I'm wondering how that's going to do. But we'll see.
We'll see. So Disney Plus, lots of things coming.
Monsters at Work. There's going to be a Monsters
That's right.
Inc. TV show, basically.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, following different monsters. It seems
Yeah.
like, with guest appearances from.
So it's going to be Ben Feldman from Superstore, and Aisha Tyler will be the main ones, I think.
Oh, I like Aisha Tyler.
Yeah. And then
That's
more,
cool.
and then they brought out WandaVision. They brought out Winter Soldier, Falcon Winter Soldier. So there's a character that's going to be in WandaVision that I'm trying to place. Okay, she was in Thor, I guess.
Yeah, Kat Dennings. Yeah,
So
she
she's
was
going to
in
be
Thor.
in this shows.
Yeah, it's weird. Like she's gonna be in it. So she was like Natalie Portman's assistant.
Yeah, that's right.
Thor.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be in it, and then Randall Park, who was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He was the FBI agent.
Yeah.
So yeah, no one knows exactly like what they're gonna be in it, but they're gonna play with reality and stuff because it's like gonna be like a 1950s sitcom.
What?
Type setting. Yeah, it's going to be like if they released a picture.
Oh yeah.
And it's like Wanda and the Vision, and they're both dressed in like an old timey sitcom type thing, and they even have a nosy neighbor. I forget what actress they said was going to be for that. She's a comedian. She's pretty good. She's funny. She's good. But yeah, Catherine Hahn. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like almost like Wanda's created this whole universe world to help her cope with the loss of Vision type thing. So it's gonna be kind of trippy. But cool.
Yeah.
I like. And then the What If series that showed that with Haley Atwell showed up there and talked about it, which is cool. They said they were gonna have like at least one episode per like Marvel movie type thing, like per a Captain America one, an Iron Man one, a Guardians of the Galaxy.
What if Spider-Man set in the MCU?
That'd be awesome.
And they're going to have another Star Wars, a Lucasfilm show, based on Cassian Andor, the character.
Yeah, Diego. Yeah, Rogue One. Yeah, Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk will be in it, which is awesome. And then there were some other shows that I didn't really see much about, and I saw them listed, and I didn't know what they were exactly. There was Stargirl, which is based off of some best-selling adult novel. I don't know. Okay. It's also a DC Comics character, Stargirl, that DC's doing a show on, so that'll be confusing.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. And there's Diary of a Female President, which follows a 12-year-old Cuban American girl's journey through middle school, where she'll ultimately become the president of the United States. Okay. I don't know. It's not a show me necessarily, but
sorry.
It's produced by Gina Rodriguez, so it could be good.
Yeah, it probably will be.
Yeah, probably will be. And Togo, which is untold true story set in 1925 amidst the Alaskan tundra. That's all I saw about it. It had like William Dafoe in it, and some other people that I have no clue who they are. And then there was one show that I love the title of, so I'm wondering about it. Timmy Failure, Mistakes Were Made. I like that title.
It's my life story.
It's like this guy who operates a detective agency in Portland with the help of a 1,500-pound polar bear.
Well, there we go.
I guess it'll be a animated thing.
I'm on board.
I like the name of it, so I'll watch it. I'll see what it is.
Yeah.
And then we haven't mentioned movies. But there's a bunch of movies.
Jungle Cruise.
Looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah. Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was excited about that.
They announced that Kit Harington is going to be in the Eternals, and he's going to be the character of the Black Knight, which is
big stretch, huh, from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, huge stretch. They're like, who could we get? Because it leaked first that like he was going to be joining the MCU and nobody was going to be, and they're like, oh, is he going to be the new Wolverine? Or I was like, I don't want to be Wolverine. I thought they were going to announce him as Nova, but yeah, he's a Black Knight, which he was an Avenger. Like he's like a bigger character in the comics that not a lot of people know about. So that'll be cool because Eternals will take place like throughout the history of the MCU. So it'll be interesting to see how they'll deal with him, if he'll just be in the past or like in the comics, he actually gets pulled into the future.
Shall see.
Of course, the Lady and the Tramp movie. They put a trailer up for that.
No, that's for Disney Plus.
Yeah, that was for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Another live action remake.
And then there's Pixar, the one about Onward or whatever it's called.
Onward. Yeah, I haven't been able to get excited about Pixar movies in a while.
Maybe this one won't be sad because it's about fairy tale creatures.
No, they'll make it sad. They make all their movies sad anymore. It's like, we have to make you cry, and I'm just like, I don't watch a movie to cry. But yeah, there was that one, and then there was another one they announced called Soul.
Yeah, it's going to be about
jazz music
musician.
Yeah,
it could be cool.
Yeah, exciting.
And then they had. We'll end with this because we're already, unless there's something else, but they released. Well, they showed footage there of the new Star Wars movie. I have not seen this footage yet, but I've read a description. Supposedly it comes out tomorrow, Monday, for those. So we'll see. And then they released a poster that Chris loved.
I'm sorry. Like, it's not a bad poster or anything. It just, it looks like a poster they would do for like an animated series. It's like we couldn't get the actors to pose for this, so let's get their digital doubles and pose it and make a poster. And it looks like I don't know, Clone Wars or something.
Yeah. I like the bottom half of the poster.
Yeah. Or it's, to me, it's like they're like, when they were designing it, they were thinking like, this will look good when they replace it with the Lego figures when we do the Lego version of this. So let's do this. Like, I don't know.
It's okay. If they'd had the actual Palpatine, the actor's face there, it'd be better. Or if they just did the eyes looking down on them.
There's I saw a lot of people online are thinking that they used a Hot Toys version from like Sideshow Collectibles of Emperor Palpatine. They just took a picture of that and put it on there because it looks a lot like the Hot Toys version of it. It's so funny. It just doesn't look like a Star Wars poster to me. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So we'll save this to the end. So if you don't want to hear this, you can stop now and just give us a 5-star review.
Yes.
On iTunes after you stop. But they had some footage that they released. In the footage, it ends, and I haven't seen the footage. It ends with Rey in a dark cloak with a double-bladed red lightsaber.
Uh-oh. Does she have red eyes though, or like her eyes? Like,
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Because I saw that too, and I read it, but no one said anything about like how she looked physically. It was just she had a red lightsaber.
Which, if you look back to the Force Awakens poster, the way they have it lined up is it looks like she has a double-bladed red lightsaber.
Yes, the best poster. If you look back at the best poster.
Well, I don't know if it's even though I hate The Last Jedi, I still like that poster better.
It's okay. To me, it's just, I don't know, the size of Luke's face compared to Kylo Ren's face is just weird to me.
Kylo just has a small head.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway, so Is she turning to the dark side? What is happening?
Well, there's always that
It's-
fear. So,
Ray of light or ray of dark?
ray of drop a golden sun.
Anyways, I guess we'll find out more tomorrow, maybe.
Really?
Well, thank
Or
you
we'll
guys
just
for
see
doing
whatever
most of
else
the talking today.
You're welcome.
Oh,
If
what
we
we
didn't
can.
ruin it.
No, it was
Yeah.
wonderful. I chimed in when I could. But you guys did a
Mhm.
wonderful job. I'm sure the listeners appreciated hearing you more than me. They always
Probably.
ask about hearing more of you guys. So. There we go.
There you go.
I think that
Okay.
was pretty much it, though, right?
There was
Yeah, I mean, there's probably
the
little
Genie
things.
app and then Target.
Oh, yeah. Target's coming to Walt Disney World.
Yeah. And the stores within Target though that they're talking about adding, they did that in Sears. Did you ever see one of those? That I think it was Sears,
Yeah.
and it was kind of cool because they had a few things. Our Disney store closed down, so we're kind of missing out. I was kind of excited about Target coming or having them, but our Target's not. There's one in Houston that's getting it. Did you see the
really?
list?
I didn't
North
see the list.
something. I don't know.
Well, now I need to
But
look
yeah,
this up.
there's a list, but not Dallas. Bunch of cities though, but not anywhere in Tennessee, unfortunately. And I have some things about the genie, but we don't have to talk about that.
No, go ahead. That's
Yeah,
fine.
and there was some new animated Disney movie, Raya and the Last Dragon or something like
I
that.
saw that. Yeah,
That's going to be coming out. They didn't really give much detail on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be a Target at. It says at Walt Disney World. I'm like, well, it's right there it says at the entrance of at Walt Disney World, but I don't know enough about that area to really know. But it's not like on property at a resort or anything like that. But I assume it's close enough to where people can go shop and buy things. Is the idea.
Are things going to be marked up at that Target?
Yes,
Gonna be
more,
pricey.
even more. Yeah. But the stores that are going to be at Target, at some Targets, they'll have just this little section that has videos. So it'll be like, because they've closed a ton of Disney stores, right? But if you go into a Disney store, usually there's a video playing that has things from movies, videos, and songs. And so they'll have that, and then just things you could buy at Disney stores. I don't necessarily, not park stuff. It's usually different than park stuff. But that's pretty cool,
That's pretty cool.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Just not in Memphis. So
So, anyways, the Genie thing is going to be like a new app that basically plans your whole trip for you.
yeah, so it's very interesting. It's I'm gonna try to be really quick about it, but it's a way that you can plan your trip. It'll help you plan it. There's lots of ways you can already do this with free services, which we're using a free service this year, our first time, or this next trip we're going on. We're basically they just monitor the deals and things like that for us and tell us if there's a new deal, and we can call them if we have problems or whatever. But this will, if you're at a park, you can go in and look and see what is available, or you can tell it, I guess, what your interests are, and it'll try to give you ideas of things to do. So if depending on how you tour the parks, it will try to plan your day for you.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I wonder what it's going to do to the people that are those travel agents. I think those will still be there because people want human interaction, but in some ways it'll replace it for some people.
Oh. Will it be voiced by Will Smith?
No. It's not, but it does have the Genie logo, so they are totally using that from Aladdin. But it'll be a way that you can plan your day. Again, there's other apps and websites, one called Touring Plans that I've used before, that you can go through, and it does all these calculations for you. And if you pay the subscription, you can put in like, I want to ride these rides on this day, and it will sit there and figure out the best plan for you to go do these things. It's a really cool site. So I imagine this is something similar. So that's why I say I wonder if it'll take away from some of those services that are already out there. But it's pretty cool, I guess.
Interesting. More to come.
Yeah. Yep. More to come.
Anyway, so that's D23 in a nutshell.
And this is me in a nutshell.
Help! I'm in a nutshell.
That's the title of the episode, I guess.
But I think we used that same.
We have. I know
we have.
At least if it wasn't for D23 last time, it was for.
No, it was for something else.
Okay, but we used the same joke and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think we should do that. But we can. It could be our thing. I don't know.
It's our thing. It's what we do.
D23 and a meteor ball.
Meteor balls at D23.
Space Caddy.
Space Caddy and meteor balls. Get your Space Caddy and meteor balls.
Anyways, thank you for joining us on episode 115. Hopefully, I'll be better next week. We may have a guest next week. Maybe, right? Maybe.
Later this week, even. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? It's craziness.
Anyways, make sure you rate us on iTunes. 5 stars would be lovely. Leave us a comment. It helps out a lot. Anyways, thank you for joining us again on I Am Geek.